If you enjoy the Low Scale Gaming podcast, please leave us a like, review, and subscribe. Any feedback is welcomed, and I hope you enjoy the show. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Low Scale Gaming podcast. I'm your host, Ghostland's Finest, and as always, I'm joined by Conan Jones. Conan, how you doing today?
I'm okay. It's a little later than normal, and I think our nerves are a little on edge.
We started late for Mage, and then now Mage had to leave. So I'm a little antsy. I'm a little upset right now. Okay, I gotta admit,
It is kind of weird because he's like, hey, can we push it back a little bit because work took over, and then as soon as he got in, it's like, all right, let's go, and then work called back and was like, hey, we need to do this, which is I kind of want to know what happened.
Yeah, he probably messed something up, knowing Mage.
Probably.
I'm just mad. Okay, I'll be honest. I'm just mad.
What was that he said earlier? Just Ghost being petty already.
So we're supposed to start at like 8 o'clock. It's 8:25 right now. Okay, we started at 8. Major's just like, hey, can we start at 8? We're like, yeah, fine, no problem. You got work, not a big deal. Thank you for telling us. A couple hours in advance, and then us sitting there at 7:30 wondering where the hell you are. Okay?
I was on at 7. I just didn't see the text message.
Okay. Well, I always appreciate that. Okay, so it's 8:05 rolls around. Me and Conan Jones are getting out of a game of Earth, and Mage's nowhere to be seen. Okay, so I'm just like, okay, he's probably going to still be a while because he's never on time, and I'm gonna use the bathroom. Okay, whatever. I get back in about like 7 or about 8. 8:10, 8:12, whatever. No one's here. It's like, okay. I mean, everyone's in the Discord channel, but like no one's talking. So I'm like, okay, cool. They went to go do their thing too. Whatever, that's fine. So then Mage jumps in, and he's just like, he jumps back in. It's just like 8:20, and he's just like, oh, it's nice of you to finally join us, Ghost. And I was just like, I cussed him out, and then I went up a channel.
You went to the AFK channel.
And I went to the AFK channel because I wasn't gonna deal with that.
Oh man, fa la 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 la.
Like it's fine if you're going to be late for something. Okay, it's perfectly fine. Especially if you give us notice about you're going to be late, that's fine. But if you say, hey, let's do this at 8 o'clock. Be there at 8 o'clock. Be ready to go.
In his defense, our job is so unpredictable with stuff. Like, it was a guess. Because he was here at 8.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
I got up at 8:05.
Okay.
I checked my phone.
So it was about 15 seconds after you left, he jumped in the chat.
Okay. Still, he was 5 minutes late. And this, okay, again, normally, if this was just like a one-time thing, I wouldn't be blown out of proportion, okay?
Okay.
But this seems like it's like every week he's late. And it makes me mad.
Well,
my biggest pet, I even put this on Facebook when I did one of those stupid 22 adult whatever things. It's like, what's your biggest pet peeve? People not being on time. It's always my biggest pet peeve.
That's the band kid in us.
I know that. And Mage isn't a good band kid.
I mean, we knew that before we started this.
He's going to listen to this, and he's going to be mad that we just ripped on him for 10 minutes.
No, I'm trying to defend his honor. And you're just not having it.
I'm not having it at all. There's no excuse. I don't care.
You're just mad. It's like you get it out of your system, and hopefully we can kind of right this ship a little bit.
I'm glad I get to complain about it while he's not here, so we can't yell at each other on podcast.
Yeah.
So then he'll listen to it and then yell at me about it in text.
We'll just hear about it next week.
Yeah, or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, Conan Jones, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I've got some fun wins and fails this week. That we'll just kind of go into how I've been doing this week.
Okay.
So, how are you?
This it kind of goes into my fails of the week, but Tuesday hit, and I woke up at like 3:30 in the morning, and I was like, this isn't good. So I was like, couldn't fall back asleep.
I'm awake again.
My stomach hurts. I just couldn't fall back asleep. Whatever. So about 6:30, I get out of bed and start getting ready for work and stuff. And like once I get to work, like I'm like I have morning duty that day, and I'm just like, okay, I'm okay sitting here. This is fine. Like I'm not too worried about it. But then as soon as I like get into my band room, I am like just sweating. And like you've been in my band room, like I keep my room like
it's cold. Yeah.
Like abnormally
Arctic.
cold. Yeah. And I'm sitting there with my jacket. I take my jacket off and I'm still like just sweating. I'm just like, guys, is it like hot in here to anybody else? And they just start laughing at me because they know how cold I keep my room. And I was just like, okay, I'm not feeling good right now. What is going on? So I start like trying to figure out like my whole like body check system kind of thing. And I'm kind of like I'm not really running a fever, but it's because I'm sweating so much.
Yeah.
But it's still like ice cold in my room. So I'm like, all right, something's not good. So then like my stomach pain came back and just like felt like somebody just uppercutted me right in the stomach. I'm just like, oh, this is not good.
It's not good.
This is not good at all, Batman. So I'm sitting there. The coach has been gone because he's had the flu. And he started getting it on Monday, or on Friday, I mean, but still came to work, which, you know, I mean, that's okay. He wasn't like super sick, but it was still like, yeah, I probably would have called in. But that's where I'm thinking I got it. I tested negative on like having like the flu. Dude, that's my actual fail of the week. I'll get to that in a minute. I'll get to that. But I did too until I started talking about it. But I've just been like sick as a dog all weekend. Like, and it's not that I've been like coughing. It's not anything with my head or my nose. Okay, because usually I'll truck through that.
Yeah,
okay? I'll truck through that no problem. But when I can't stand up straight without like my stomach just killing me, I was like, yeah, I can't do this, you know? So I've been off for 2 days because I've been sick with this not flu. I guess I don't know what she called it. She didn't say it was the flu. It was like flu-like symptoms that could develop into the flu.
So it's like pre-flu.
Yeah, it's like pre-flu, but I forgot what she like called it. But anyways, my doctor gave me some medicine for it, some over-the-counter Thermaflu or whatever it is, and some pills for nausea. So, you know, I'm okay. I'm not necessarily feeling good, but I'm okay.
Yeah, you're surviving.
Yeah, I got to go back to work tomorrow. Plus, it's a Friday. I don't really ever want to miss a Friday ever.
Yeah.
So,
I'm so glad it's almost the weekend.
Yeah.
Like, technically we're off on Monday, but I'm on call. So I'm hoping.
Oh, yeah, because it's Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah, okay. Is it Martin Luther King or MLK Jr. Day?
Yes.
Fair enough. Because I was thinking about it, and I was like, I'm not actually sure if it's for senior or junior. Like,
no, it's junior. Senior didn't do anything. No. I have a. No, I'm not gonna do that. No, I don't think he did any. I don't think he. That's not. I shouldn't have said that. I don't think he did anything. I don't mean it like that.
Because
I don't think he did it like.
He wasn't as high influential as Junior.
Yes, as influential as Martin Luther King Jr. But yeah, it's just I've always just called it MLK Day, and just everyone understood that it's like Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah. Okay. I just had that thought earlier, and I was like, I'm really not even sure if it's for senior or junior, but.
But I think I'm glad you have Monday off. I don't, which is kind of weird, but because it's a federal holiday.
Yeah. Well, but I wish I wasn't on call, but I guess I'd rather be on call for Martin Luther King Day than I would for like Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's true. I would hate to be on call for like Thanksgiving
and just
or
like
Christmas.
have to stick around here and
Yeah, especially
able to
like
go
your
anywhere.
family being like 3 hours plus away from you.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, not about that life, man.
But you know, it's also another good thing. I'm kind of mad Mage isn't here because there's something else I wanted to talk about. My Tennessee Titans are in the AFC Championship game. I know Mage doesn't know what that is, but because the Cowboys haven't been there in 20 years. But the AFC Championship game is pretty close to Super Bowl. If they win this one, they go to the Super Bowl. So I am for sure going to have, if when the Titans make it to the Super Bowl, I am going to be having a big Super Bowl party at my house. Like, I'm going to get it catered by, like, if there's enough people that come and, like, RSVP to it, I'm going to get it catered by Billy Sims Barbecue.
Holy cow. Just
yeah, dude.
go balls to the
it's
wall.
It's my Titans, okay? It's the first time they've been to, when they do get there, it'll be the first time they've made it to the Super Bowl since 2000.
That's a long time ago. It's almost 20 years.
And it's been even longer for the Cowboys.
When was the last time the Cowboys got to the Super Bowl?
It's like 97, I think. Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl. 96 was the last time we made it.
All right. Was the last time they won or just made it to the...
That's the last time they won, I think. Yeah, let me double check to see if it's the last time they actually made it. I know it wasn't like... Yeah, it was 90. It was 96 the last time they went there. But they're not important.
They won almost 4 in a row. They won 93, 94, and 96, but the 49ers won in 95.
Oh. See, I didn't care about football then.
No. I remember getting a Dallas little football helmet for Christmas one year and just kind of running around the house and hitting stuff with a helmet on. Because I think my brother got a Green Bay helmet just because he liked the color green.
Did y'all like butt heads?
Oh, instantly. Like, didn't even get the wrapper all the way off of it, and we're just like noggin.
There's still plastic on it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, and his brother just immediately headbutt each other. Get concussions, don't care.
Exactly. Oh man.
That's hilarious. But yeah, hey, when they do make it to the Super Bowl, are you gonna come to that Super Bowl party?
Possibly. Need to see.
Change that possibly to yes.
Super
Bowl starts at 5:30, so I'll probably tell people to get there around 4:30.
On the 2nd, that's a Saturday?
Yeah, it's a Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah.
Super Bowl Sunday, duh. My grandma actually has her birthday party that day before that.
Down here?
Yeah. Over
what time?
It's in the afternoon.
So see? You
can go
to
after
that?
church? I might have to see if it's after church or not.
This could be perfect storm right here. Okay? Because you go to that, spend a couple hours with your grandma, and then mosey on over to the Super Bowl party.
Then I have to come hang out with you.
Yeah. And eat barbecue.
Yes. Horrible, horrible situation.
The big thing is I wonder if Mage would go.
It's a long drive for him.
I know. But I want him to see what a real team looks like.
I mean,
that's all it would be is just me ripping on him. But I do that, and then Tennessee lose the Super Bowl, and then he's just sitting there with his smug looking face. All right, let's go ahead and jump into our fails of the week. Conan Jones, tell me your fail of the week.
So on Monday, I had to go back for a doctor's visit, just kind of a checkup.
Bum bum bum.
Yeah, and surprise.
I did that going up on my imaginary keyboard when I know it's or up down up.
Middle left, way right. Yeah.
yeah, I did it completely wrong.
So I went to the doctor, and surprise, surprise, my blood pressure was still on the high side, but it wasn't like alarmingly high, but it's just kind of always high. So she was just like, I want to put you on some medication, but it's not like full blown blood pressure medication. It's just a diuretic. So now that, like, for the past couple of days, I've just been peeing like a racehorse, and it's
I've been on that. So the blood pressure medicine I'm on two. Like, I think what the normal one for people that don't get like the off-brand stuff is a 2-in-1 pill,
mine's a 2-in-1.
Yeah, so we're taking the same thing. It's just mine's 2 pills and yours is the 2-in-1.
Yeah, mine's fancier.
I haven't had the using the bathroom every day problem though, but I have been taking this for 2 months now though too. So
yeah, so it's my body's just kind of getting used to it, and it's just like, oh. But see, I drink a lot of water every day already, so like I guess I was kind of used to like that. Yeah,
I don't know.
It's just kind of getting used to stuff again. So
right,
changing part of my diet.
That's what I'm doing too. I'm changing my part of my. I meet with like a dietitian like next week or something like that.
All right.
I know. We're getting healthy. We're gonna start a fitness podcast next.
It's gonna be our next little.
It's gonna be our session, next cash cow.
Next category.
Yeah.
Next topic.
Low scale fitness.
Yeah. You tired of buff dudes telling you how to work out? Take advice from
3 fat guys.
Kicking it. It's just like some like really bad kicking it sweating to the oldies.
I know, it's like a really bad 80s like 80 movie montage of us just doing like stupid stuff and then ending up doing karate in the garage. Step Brothers style. Good times.
Yeah.
Can I be like the dad in sweat, like those gray sweatpants, but then have like a shirt like the buff ripped shirt on, but I'm still like fat as hell? You know what I'm talking about?
I'm having a hard time picturing that.
Fat people in sweats.
That is not a good Google. That is not a good Google. Oh my
god, it is not a good. Risky clicks for the day. No. Oh my god.
I'm not sure what you expected from that.
I don't know what I expected either. I don't know. You know, this is episode 34 and not episode 33 like I thought.
Proud.
I goofed and put up 32 yesterday. Or the day before or something like that.
You goofer.
Goofy goober.
Goofy goober.
But, alright, so my fail this week is, I don't know how many of y'all, because we got a lot of listeners apparently, or at least a decent amount now, have been, like, swabbed for the flu.
When you say swabbed, do you mean stabbed?
Stab, whatever. But, man, it feels like they go and, like, just touch your brain. Like, and they're not nice about it either. They're just kind of like, all right, here, we're going to do this test, and then jam that sumbitch up in your nose. And just shake it around and pull it out real quick. And you just feel like your nose got plungered and, like, part of your brain's on there and stuff. Yeah. It's awful. It's like the worst feeling in the world.
Thankfully, I haven't had to be swabbed for
I never want to go through that pain again. I don't wish that pain on anybody except for Mage. Okay?
Oh, goodness.
Like, it's awful. And it's 2020. How is there not a better way to check for the flu other than, like, stabbing somebody in the brain?
We've got to check your brain matter in the back of your skull through your nose.
Yeah, it's like, do that. I got to do a spinal tap to check to see if you have the flu, okay? That's the case now. It's just, you'd think we'd advance a little bit longer to where you could just, like, put a machine on somebody's forehead and just being like, yeah, he's got the flu. But
you'd be wrong.
I'd also think we'd have flying cars and stuff by now. But
speaking of flying cars, I saw your cyberpunk thing.
My what?
You had brought up cyberpunk in the text earlier.
Oh, and I got delayed.
Yeah, I just saw I got pushed back to September. But it was a picture of the Destiny art for like the release cover. That's what I'm looking for, like the cover art. And it's like, Witcher fans that are sad right now, just remember what a game that got pushed out that it wasn't ready looks like.
And what was it?
It was either Destiny or Anthem.
Probably Anthem.
But it's just like
Destiny's not been a bad game.
So maybe it was Anthem then. I've already scrolled past it and I don't remember.
Yeah, that's all good. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into topic one. It's that wonderful time of the year for me where we go into contest season. And while Conan Jones isn't a teacher this year, he still has good. He has more expertise in the area than I do with my 1 year of doing it. So, kind of just give the general discussion with that, and we get to have a good one since Mage isn't here.
just because he's not here.
Just because he's not here. But all right, so this year I'm playing Cortland Hills and Marzo Zangario. Have I been saying that right?
I have no idea. I don't even remember what it looks like or how it's spelled.
It's MarzoZingaro.
Yeah, that sounds close enough.
Okay. Marzo Zangario.
Yeah.
Like, my kids keep on calling it Mario, and it's just.
That works.
Yeah. But I like the Cortland Hills piece a lot.
I say, how are they going?
It's going pretty good. Like I said, the Prodigal Sons came back and has that pretty good woodwind section in the middle there. That if it might come to where I might not have the flutes play, but then I might get points off if the flutes don't play. I don't know yet.
So I remember I was talking there was a guy at Swasu Camp 1 year who was just like ripping on contest stuff and how it's set up and how it is just stupid. And
what do you mean?
He is at a smaller school like you're at. And he was making the point that the amount of changes that you guys as a small school have to make to have all the parts covered or to make it sound correct might cut out another part so that you can have a more important part covered. Does that make sense?
Yes. That's exactly the struggle that I have to deal with.
Yeah, so then he was making the case of just like, we're getting docked for having to be creative, but we would have been docked for not having that part covered, so you're damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of situation.
That's what happened to me last year, is that I got docked for playing a piece that they said was too easy.
Yeah.
And I thought that was stupid whenever I had 7th graders up there.
Yeah, and it's like, okay.
And I put on there 2AE because that's what I'm supposed to put on there because I'm not a 2A school. I'm a 2A school, or I'm like a class A school.
Yeah.
But still, like, the dude marked out the E part.
Yeah, you've got like 80 kids in your whole high school.
Yeah. Like, it's ridiculous. Anyway.
Yeah. So it's kind of one of those things where you damned if you do, damned if you don't, worth changing stuff, but you pretty much have to, in my opinion, because like you've got a pretty good setup instrumentation wise, but I mean you're still
now I do, especially with my clarinet player being back.
Yeah.
I have everything cut. The only thing I don't have now is a saxophone, but I have a French horn player, so it's okay.
Yeah, your size and grade for literature, that's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, so I'm okay. I think.
Famous last words.
I mean, we'll see in about a month or no, a little bit over a month and a half
Yeah.
before for contest because we go on the 25th. So we'll go from there. But I'm
Where are you going for contest?
going to Duncan.
Good call.
I think I'll get. I think I'll get a. I think I'll get a better, a fair treatment there with being a smaller school
Yeah, you're probably right.
than where I went last year.
The Hawes are good people.
Yeah,
I really like both of them.
I think I'll get a lot fairer treatment than what I did up there in Mustang than I did here in Duncan than I did in Mustang.
You'll probably just get treated like a person and not just somebody else that's annoying.
Yeah, because if I'm not a big, I felt like being there. That since I'm not from like a big school, it was like, why are you here?
Why are you wasting our time?
Yeah, that's exactly what it felt. Except for one of the judges. One of the judges, he gave me positive criticism, and he told me exactly in the judging recording how he was judging me. He was judging my band based off of what's there on stage and not what's on the paper. And that's
It's
I
like
feel like that's how it should be.
yeah,
You know,
that's all
that's a
you can ask
crazy
for.
thought.
And the fact that something so simple like that just kind of blew your mind.
Yeah,
That's like, no, that's
I feel
this.
like I think if we would have went to Duncan last year, we would have made it to state. I feel like that's what my principal said, anyways. Because my principal's a band guy too, so he knows. Like, I don't
Yeah,
think he would. I don't think he would. He was just BSing me. I think that. I think maybe I don't think maybe it would have been rough because we had a rough time sight reading. But still, I think we would have made it. That's the goal this year is to go to state
yeah.
again.
Well,
I think that'd be a cool trip, and I think that
because you would probably go to Ada, I think,
yeah,
because those small schools. Yeah,
Ada, and then honestly, I'd make a trip out of it. At least try to go the night before. That way, we don't have to drive early in the morning. You know,
yeah. Because usually for your smallest school, you'd be like first thing in the morning.
right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
that would be cool.
It's just something. Hopefully, that's for if we get there. We still got a lot of work to do
Yeah, as I
from here to
say,
there.
don't put all your eggs in a basket yet.
Yeah, exactly.
But
But I think contest season's going good so far. Like I've we kind of hit a snack because I've had the flu or like pre-flu, whatever they're calling it. I had it all week, so I'll judge it off of tomorrow how it is. Hopefully, it's better than last week. That's all I ever want is want anything better than last week because I'm gonna try to do recordings of the songs every Friday to listen for parts, and I think I think it'll be. It sounded good on Monday when I came back, or when we came back. So that's what I'm. That's what I've been working on. Like listening for things to fix. The biggest problem that we've been having in Mage's back, by the way, um, the biggest issue that we've been having is like getting the style, or it's not so much the style correctly in different like melody patterns. It's getting the right articulation in melody patterns,
mm-hmm.
where it's a like say it's the line in Marzo Zangario is one and three and four and one and three, but they're not putting the emphasis, like they're not putting the accents on the correct notes.
Yeah.
So kind of how I've been like pulling them out of it for a little bit is I'll write the pattern on the board and then have them. We'll say the pattern and then we'll count the pattern and then we'll clap the accents when we're counting it. That's kind of just to get them to where they should be like one and three and four. That's not where the accents are, but just kind of giving the example of where it needs more fat because it's the accented note.
So one thing you might try also with that is to
Conan Jones, you got really roboty.
let it reset. Oh yeah, it's connecting.
Am I
And
back?
are we good?
Okay, yeah. I thought you got roboty, but I got kicked for like a minute.
Yeah, it's like a internet power spike or something.
Yeah, that was
Um,
weird.
So one thing you might do, because that's what I would do with rhythms, is like I would draw like the measure on the board with like super simple rhythms, and
Yeah.
we would start with just quarter notes or something, and then we would count it and sing it, clap it, whatever. And then each time we would go through it, I would change like one note and slowly kind of make our way to the treble rhythm, but
Yeah.
having it more from that really simple one. So you might try that and then delete the notes that are not accented, so you only have the accented notes in the middle of rests. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah,
It,
yeah, yeah.
just to kind of like, these are your important notes. This is right. We're going to go one step further and take the less important notes out to just really hammer that rhythm in.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know, just kind of thinking on
No,
my toes.
that's a good idea. Uh I think that's because that's what I'm trying to push. I'm trying to get in their mindset that the difference between getting a two on stage is getting a one on stage is getting all these little details ironed out.
Yeah,
That like, yeah, we can make some mistakes, but we have to get the main melody right every time.
because it's the main melody.
Yeah, it's like it's the besides the very last note, this is the thing that everyone's gonna hear. And also the other thing that I kind of started with the beginning of this semester was like we kind of went back to basics a little bit with like putting a lot more focusing on tuning, just because I'd be honest, I got lazy with it. Lazy with just getting tuning it, like tuning more than just like concert F. I got lazy with it, and I kind of realized that over Christmas break that there's more notes to tune towards than just concert F. You
Yeah,
know, so just been kind of like one of the other things has like been the trombone tuning changes throughout the seasons. So an E flat in winter is not the same as an E flat in summer, just because you got to change the slide position a little. I'm not saying it's like three is going to four. I'm just saying that
yeah, but
you got to move it around a little bit.
you have to know that there's going to be a difference.
Yeah, and once I kind of explained that to them, that kind of like blew their mind. So I was like, "Where are you playing? Play E flat for me right now." So it was like ba or ba. No, that's F. Whatever.
Yeah,
Anyways, it was it was really flat. So I was just like, okay, you need to push out a little bit more. And they're like, okay, but we're almost to four now. Then they jump to four, and then it's like E. It's like E natural. I'm like, no, you don't need to jump out to four. You just need to find that in between where it is. Okay, it changes with the season. And once they kind of got that figured out, they got a little bit better. The other thing is my baritone player has everything pushed in, everything, and is still like 20 cents flat.
hmm,
And I've been like trying to fix it with like, hey, it's your embouchure. It's not the instrument. You need to like relax and play. He plays really tense and everything, doesn't get a good breath of air. But even then, whenever he gets a good breath of air and like does like plays how I want him to play, he's still like 5 to 10 cents sharp or flat. I mean,
yeah. What do you know? What kind of mouthpiece he's playing on?
probably just a rinky dink Yamaha.
Just whatever was in the box, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It might be something to look at too, because there's some of them that have tendencies either sharp or flat.
Yeah, I honestly didn't think about that. Switching mouthpieces.
Because he's your kid that came from trumpet, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, he's coming from that really small mouthpiece. He's used to being more tense than if he would have started on a lower brass.
Right. I don't know. It's just kind of I think we're gonna do okay. I think as
Um,
long as we just keep doing what we're doing, and I keep going around. The biggest thing is I haven't started sight reading yet, and I know I'm gonna like shoot myself in the foot with that. But I was planning on starting like sight reading like next week, like throwing out the stars method again, and just
how many pieces do you have for sight reading?
I just pull a random piece out and go.
Oh, just something from the library.
Yeah,
Do you have any sort of like of the UIL sight reading stuff?
I don't even know what that is, dude.
That's what they use at contests for the sight reading. Um, they sell them.
UIL.
Yeah, it's the University Interscholastic League. It's the big thing in Texas, but that's what Oklahoma uses for all of the sight reading music. And you can buy them after they're done being used for contests and stuff. And
Where at?
I know you can buy them on Pepper. I know Pinder's carried them, but apparently Pinder's closed their store. Like, apparently it's all only online now.
So JW Pepper. What was it? UIL sight reading
Yeah,
or resource book?
just sight reading.
And it would be like level. It'd be level 2, right?
No, you'd be level 1.
I'd be level 1.
Yes, because you read a grade lower on sight reading than you do for contest music.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering why that piece was like super. That makes a lot, man. You know, sometimes I'm an idiot.
Well, I mean,
Okay, I'll look more at that later. These are the things that would be really cool if you get taught in school.
I think that one was pretty heavy, pretty heavy hit.
What the? No, not for me.
Some of those classes that we were in. Crap, that's not what I wanted. There you go. That's from Pinder's.
Okay. I don't. Can't there just be like a book to buy, and I could just like?
You got to do each individual song. But we had a lot of these at my old school that we would just pull out, and I think we went all the way up to 5A just to have them in the folder.
Yeah.
Whenever they were on sale, and then we would just pull them out and read them because you'd give them a really freaking hard one, and they're like, "Oh my god, this is stupid," and then you'd go back down to your level that you're actually going to be playing on, and they're like, "Oh, dude, okay, we got this. This is going to be easy." Like that last
easy
one,
peasy.
yeah, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and then it's like that confident booster.
Okay.
But
I'm sure I'll find I'm sure I have at least some of these.
oh yeah, and it's what you're doing will get you through for sure. So,
Because my big method is like doing the stars method of sight reading.
Which, I mean, you've got that going for you. So, I mean, that's the biggest thing is that they know what they're doing, regardless of what they're reading.
Yeah, and hopefully they'll be okay with it. Maybe not. I don't know. When I was student teaching, there was this book they had that they sight read through, and I forgot what it was called, but it was like pretty good. And I just can't remember it for the life of me what it is. But I don't know. I think as long as we start doing it finally, not finally. I mean, I planned on starting it this week or next week. I mean, but I think we'll be okay. All
yeah,
right.
I'm sure you'll survive.
Let's go ahead and jump into topic 2. Major, you back with us now?
Yeah, I just didn't want to jump in the middle of you guys' conversation.
That's fine.
You're so sweet.
All right. So I don't know if y'all saw this, but PlayStation is not going to E3 again this year. And this is a big year for PlayStation because it's console season. There's new consoles coming out at the end of this year, and usually Sony shows off their console at E3. I mean, the last time they showed off their console at E3, they won E3 and just like destroyed Microsoft.
But now they can destroy Microsoft and not have to pay for the booth space.
See, that's kind of what I was thinking too. That they're just because part of me is just like, oh yeah, E3's cool, but then part of me is just like, oh, this kind of got really like commercialized.
Yeah, it's expensive as hell.
Yeah, like it's commercialized and it's just not like fun to watch anymore. Like the presentations, like some of them are just really like duds. Like Bethesda's last year, it's awful.
Yeah, I still enjoy watching it though. It hasn't been unenjoyable for me at least.
I don't know,
but there's definitely dud.
Like unless Bethesda's just like, hey, Elder Scrolls 6 is a launch title on PlayStation 4. Then then that'll be amazing. I'll lose my job probably over that.
Probably.
And it's like, Mr. Ghost, where are you at? Elder Scrolls.
I haven't seen the sun in 5 days.
It's going to continue this way for another week.
God bless. I remember, like, I almost failed the class in college when Skyrim came out because I didn't go to it for a week. I didn't go to any of my classes for a week.
I don't think any of us did.
Dude, I played the hell out of Skyrim. I think the initial first 3 days, I only slept maybe like 3 hours a day, and I would just keep my PlayStation running the entire time. And just like
that poor PlayStation.
I know that PlayStation's a trooper, but I had like a really cool cooling system around it. Okay, so I bought in like anticipation for how long I was going to be playing. I bought like this cooling system for my PlayStation to sit in to like put air into it or whatever. I also put a fan by it as well to get more air circulation into it. So it wasn't ever like melting hot. At least I don't think so.
I mean, it's still kind of going, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not like, I don't know.
That sounds like back when I was a little kid and the GameCube first came out with the Wind Waker. We got that game, but didn't realize that we needed a save card in order to save it.
Yeah.
So we left that GameCube on for a week.
Oh, heck yeah.
Straight playing that game.
Oh, my God.
It may have been longer, because I think we almost beat the game without saving.
Was your GameCube okay?
Oh, yeah. It worked for like another 3 years.
Dude, GameCubes were like built to last, man.
Yeah, they were.
I'll tell you
tanks.
What. Like, that Xbox, whatever, was not built to last at all. The first one?
No.
That one was just like thrown together. PS2 was also like built to last as well. But that big old like basically computer that Microsoft started with the first Xbox. Man,
you could throw that freaking first Xbox off the roof and it'd be fine.
The
360,
duty,
you
man.
could sneeze on it. It would break, though.
Yeah, the 360 was awful. Did you ever Red Ring?
Oh, yeah, we had two. I think we had 2 or 3 Red Ring.
Oh, I didn't get the 360 till like a year in its making, so mine was fine. But those first copies got destroyed so easy.
Yeah. Well, part of it was like the theory was all the Red Ring started coming out whenever the Xbox Elite or Xbox Pro, whatever it was, the black one was coming out. So it just seemed like Microsoft was just like, hey, go buy this new one.
Kind of like Apple and their new updates.
Yeah, exactly. God, stupid.
Feels good to be on Android
But-
now.
How do y'all feel about the E3 comp, like Sony not being there anymore this year again?
I don't blame them. Like, there's no reason for them to be there. Like, they're gonna just run their own thing, like, and cost them less money. There's no reason to be at E3 anymore. Like, with internet the way it is, you can send out a tweet for free at home in your underwear and reach the same amount of people as you would having to send people to this convention center.
Because that's
Yeah,
kind
that
of
was
like what they did with, like I said, whatever Microsoft announced the whatever the Xbox X series, whatever the stupid refrigerator they're sending out now. They announced it on like whatever, like some gaming show, I think, and then Sony just like put out the logo for PlayStation 5, and everyone was just hyped up over that.
Yeah, PlayStation wins.
Yeah, like it's like what I said a couple weeks ago, or like a couple episodes ago. Like Sony's winning this next gen console war by not doing a thing because Microsoft's just shooting now. Unless like the Project X thing, whatever it is, whatever the stupid Xbox cuz come out has like more than just Halo that is a launch title that's good games and just like blows the socks off of everybody, then it's probably going to be pretty good. But I don't know. I don't see there a reason for me to just like stop playing PlayStation with all the good exclusives that Sony has compared to all the just Halo that Microsoft has.
No, I'm with you there. Like, it's kind of nice, like appreciating Xbox for what it was back then, but just not really having a dog in the fight anymore, or a horse in the race. I guess is probably a better analogy.
Yeah, dog in the fight's really
that's a little rough.
Calm down there, Michael Vick. All right.
You get it? It's a little rough.
Oh Lord.
Oh my God. All I'm now thinking is like Baxter in a fighting pit. So let's cut this off.
He's a
I'm a little
scrappy
sad
boy.
about Sony not doing E3 just because I like the new trailer stuff that they usually bring out and just general talking about the game. Like when Death Stranding was first announced, boy, that got hyped. But it was fun. I think the hype is fun. Whether the game comes out as disappointing or not, I like the hype.
Yeah, I can understand. The Sony's last conference there was the 2018 one, where it showed off just basically 4 games, and it was the Last of Us 2, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, Ghost of Tsushima, and what was the 4th one? I can't remember the 4th one.
I don't remember.
It might have been Death Stranding. No, it wasn't Death Stranding. It was. Anyways, I can't remember the 4th one. I know it'll come out. It'll come hit me in the face here in a minute. But it just seems like they don't. It's exactly what Codan said. They could do this like it's what Nintendo's been doing for like 6 years now. I think they put on their Nintendo Directs, get to reach the same amount of people, get the same amount of hype driven, and it's all done in their studio. And
Yeah, I mean, it's a good business decision.
And that's what Sony's been doing with their, I think it's like State of Play. So it makes sense from like, I mean, if you have, excuse me, if you have all the cards in your hand with having the best selling console of this generation and the second best selling console of all time, you can kind of do what you want. And the PlayStation's the PlayStation 4 is only beat by it's either the PlayStation 2 or the Nintendo DS. I forgot what it's beat by exactly. List of
probably Nintendo DS.
Yeah,
Nintendo DS got sold.
Gaming. Anyways, But I think it'll. I think will be. I think. I mean, it's gonna suffer. The E3 is gonna suffer because of it. But it happens. You know, it's a part of. It's a part of going with the in the digital media or the digital era that we're in now. That you kind of have to adapt to stay relevant. And E3 has kind of been the same conference since like 2000. Developer comes and shows thing, people look at it and it's cool. You know, it's to be honest though, the formula hasn't really been needed to be changed for 18 of those 20 years. It's only more recently now that internet's more available in more places than ever before, and it's only going to get into more and more places where big conferences like that and like the Game Informer magazines and stuff like that isn't going to be useful. I think Game Informer already went out of business. I think
they're still around.
I actually just got a Game Informer not too long ago.
Okay.
They might have just scaled back on their print stuff and just done more stuff online.
Yeah, it's all digital stuff now because it's weird. They're doing some weird stuff, but I think it's probably for the best if they're going to keep.
Let's see, they're changing though with the digital era, whereas E3 isn't.
Not yet, anyway. We'll see how this. When's it start this year?
E3's in June.
It's in June.
It's always the second week of June.
About E3 that I saw, like the complaints were just that it was too big, like it got too crowded and you couldn't do anything.
Well, because they let the public in for like one of the first times.
Yeah, that was last year, or
it might have been the year before.
2018 is whenever they started letting the public back in, and then it just became too big of an event.
Yeah, last year was just a cluster, and then nobody got to do anything because there were so many people. Because everybody,
it's like you either like limit the tickets that you sell, or like I don't know, do something. Like the venue can only get so big.
It needs a change of scenery, or I mean, it needs a change of formula. Like they need to go back to the drawing board on it. While it's working now, yes, it's probably not going to be in like 5 years from now.
It's a real shame because some conventions are really cool.
See, I wouldn't mind going to the convention, but we'd have to find one that it's like over the summer.
Yeah.
Gaming let's see, conventions 2020 summer. Let's see, is there anything that's like bias at all, like May or June? There's Comicapalooza.
But I imagine the big stuff's in like Texas. That's
I mean that's what I'm looking at.
Because what was there was one in San Antonio that was right around TMEA time.
That's PAX South.
Yeah, that one.
See, that one I wouldn't mind going to at all. Or like, it's not around TMEA; it's around OMEA.
Oh, so it's like right now then?
Yeah, it's like going on. Yeah, exactly. It starts tomorrow.
Fair enough.
Like, it'd be cool to go to one of these, but it's also like
it's really bad timing for what we do.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's really, really bad timing.
Yeah.
What's DreamCon? Let me see what this is. I'd actually probably like to go to that one. DreamCon, it's a anime/gaming convention. So Conan, you probably wouldn't enjoy it too much.
Yeah, not really my crowd.
You gotta weeb it up, Conan.
I mean, me and Mage would probably enjoy it, but Conan wouldn't. All right.
Yeah, that's
Timer Man's yelling at me. So we gotta move on a little bit. Let's go ahead and jump into Hitler Clicks. What is our topic today with Hitler Clicks?
PAX South.
PAX South. All right. PAX South Wikipedia. Let's just do PAX events.
Yeah, that
Or
works.
do you want
Wait,
to
do we want to do PAX or E3?
E3? Let's
Yeah.
go back to that.
E3
E3
works. Electronic Entertainment Expo.
All right,
I need to find some cool music for this.
we do.
All right,
Let's see.
You're on the
So
page.
we're on there. I'm gonna click on Los Angeles Convention Center. So that's one click. We'll click on Los Angeles. It's 2 clicks. I'm gonna click on United States. It's 3 clicks.
We're getting there.
We're getting there.
They control F.
Yep.
Hard find.
With the quotes.
All right. All right. We're clicking on. Wait. There's. World War. Here we go. Here's Germany or World War II. So we're clicking on Germany, and then there we go. We're back to our friend of the show, Adolf Hitler.
Oh, too far. That was 6 clicks.
6 clicks away from E3 is 6 clicks.
If you look at it in a funnier sense, the United States is only 3 clicks away from Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. You kind of run into a pattern with like I kind of go and look for things like once I get to like a certain
area.
Yeah, certain area, and I'm just like, all right, I remember this. I've clicked on this one.
Yeah.
If I could get to Germany, the next click is always. If I could get to World War II, the next click is Germany, then Hitler.
I mean, that's fair. That's a good
Is Adolf
thought
Hitler
process.
not in the World War II wiki?
It probably should be. Let me.
You probably could have saved it with 2.
Let's see. Oh yeah, it is. I'm an idiot. All right, so it's 5 clicks away.
There we go. World War II, number 5 was Hitler.
Yeah.
Best bit ever.
Best bit.
Yay!
All right, let's jump into our wins of the week. Conan Jones, what is your win of the week?
All right, so earlier we were talking about my fail, is that I had to go to the doctor. So I went to the doctor on Monday. On the Saturday before that, my ear was like acting real weird. So like it was just like too many Q-tips and like my ear was just clogged up. So I went to Walmart and got some of that like earwax removal stuff, and just you're supposed to just like drop it in. It kind of bubbles and fizzes and stuff. Then you wash it out and all the stuff comes out of it. So I did it a couple times, and it honestly just made everything worse. It just kind of it loosened everything up, but instead of coming out, it all just like compacted farther deeper in than it was before. So come Monday, going to the doctor, I cannot hear anything out of my right ear. It's like I have like an earplug shoved up in there. So since I'm there for something unrelated, I'm just like, hey, I can't hear anything out of my ear. Is there anything you guys can do? Should I just keep doing what I'm doing? Like, help me out. So she looked at it and she shoved that thing in my ear. She's like, oh yeah, you've got some like major blockages in here. And she was like, have you ever had your ears irrigated? And I said, I do not like that sentence. And no,
oh my God, I know I've had that. It's an amazing feeling.
So she was like, okay, well, we need to check your blood pressure again before we do that, because we don't want to do it after it's done because it'll skyrocket. So she put that stuff in my ear, and I had to lay on the side of the table for a little bit and let it kind of do its thing. And the nurse came back in with like the little squirt bottle with like it was like a hose like you use to fill up a basketball with little hand pump. Yeah. Just like rigged onto this little spray bottle. She said, okay, so you've got 2 jobs. And I was like, okay. She's like, you got to hold this little cup up underneath your ear to catch all the stuff coming out. And then you have to hold these little like Kleenexes to just like make sure it doesn't dribble like under the cup, like onto your shirt, down your neck and stuff. I said, oh, that's gross, but okay, here we go. So she shoved that thing in my ear and just went to town on that freaking spray bottle. And it's like, I don't even have a word. But then, like, all of that crap just came out, and I was hearing in high definition. And it was the weirdest thing. Like, everything was echoey. She's like, oh, man, yeah, we got all of that stuff out of there. So I looked. She's like, you want to see it? And I was like, not really, but yeah, I kind of do.
Yes.
So, like, it looked like a raisin head came out of my ear. Just, like, that size. Just black. She's like, yeah, that just came out of your ear. And I was like, that's disgusting. But that's I'm glad you got it out because I can hear now.
Do you remember that first summer we lived together and I had the same problem?
I don't think so.
Because I remember it was one summer I woke up and I couldn't hear out of my right ear, and I was digging in my ear with a bobby pin, and I had been doing the cleaning it out kind of thing and doing that, and then finally I just like was able to like hook a good chunk of it, pull it out on my own.
Nasty bobby pin.
Yeah, and it came out like, I swear to God, it was like the shape of a dime.
Oh yeah, that was gross.
Oh,
you're just like, Conan, come look at this.
Come look at this.
Yeah, that's my win. It's like I was hearing in HD for a couple days.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I've never heard better in my entire life.
For real though, like I was hearing like stuff in the car that I had never heard before, just like road noise, and like I had to turn the volume on my on the stereo down because I could hear it better. It is.
Well, you see, getting too much wax out is bad though, because some of it, like wax, you have to have some to like protect the eardrum from like sounds like that. So getting too much out is a bad thing.
Yeah, so it's like I haven't like done any sort of.
So don't be listening to Metallica, okay? You can hurt yourself.
Yes, sir. I'll try not to listen to any Metallica.
Mage, what is your win of the week?
Well, so I've just been exercising a whole lot, and I weighed myself on Monday, and I gained about 3 pounds during Christmas time. I already lost it all, so I lost all the holiday weight already.
That's
good.
So I'm like, yes. So just feeling good about it.
That's good. I'm happy for you.
Congrats. Ghost, what is yours?
Well, my win this week is I got my taxes done really early, and like the federal one's already approved and everything. So like I get my return like the first week of like February, what they said.
Adulting.
Like I know I shouldn't be that happy about like adulting, but I've never filed my taxes before. So it's kind of weird that like it went as well as it did. Knock on wood.
Yeah, hopefully
it's not too hard.
Yeah, but like I've never had like a job before to like, one that would give me a W-2, and 2 to like that made enough for me to like record, like, or not record it, but to like go to like to do my taxes with, you know?
Yeah.
So it's kind of it's weird, but here we are. We made it.
Started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Yep. And also, apparently our podcast is doing a lot better than I thought we were doing, and I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah.
So if you are out there listening to us, send us an email. Send us a tweet. Tell us we're doing something you like, something you don't like. Make fun of Mage like we did for the first 25 minutes of this podcast.
While he was gone.
While he was gone and couldn't defend himself.
Yay. I have such good friends.
Hey, I tried to defend you. But then I
I
just was
literally
like,
couldn't help leaving. I had to leave.
but then I was just like, I'm just gonna let Ghost get it out of his system, so that way we can try to save what's left of the podcast.
And we did save it. It worked out good. We're good.
Such a troll.
Everybody feels better.
Everybody wins. It's a win-win-win.
Just Mage, just skip to about 30 minutes of this episode if you're listening back.
Oh,
Just jump to topic 1.
Why am I here?
just jump to topic 1. It's about 20 minutes in.
Was it really only 20 minutes in?
Yeah, it was about 20 minutes in because that's when we had our first break.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Because we had to... Okay.
But I'm happy with our how we're progressing. It took 2 years, but hey, we finally got our foot in the door with stuff. So as long as we keep on keeping on, I think we're going to be okay.
We're getting around. We're getting there.
We're making the rounds, folks. We're kissing doors and knocking babies. Okay,
There you go.
we're doing it.
Just what you want us to do.
Is there anything else we got?
I think I'm good, boys.
All right, Conan, hit them with the socials.
All right. Thank you guys very much for listening. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify at Low Scale Gaming. Did we confirm if the Facebook is a thing?
We do not have a Facebook.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and delete that off of here.
Yeah.
So don't follow us on Facebook because we're not there. Because
You can follow us on SoundCloud, though.
yeah, I'll replace it with SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Can you follow people on SoundCloud?
I think so. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because I follow Jamar with the SoundCloud.
No. Okay. Well, like Ghost was saying, if you have any questions or a subject you want us to talk about, leave us a tweet or an email at lowscalegaming@gmail.com.
All right. Well, thank you guys again. And remember, have a great day and a better tomorrow. And go Titans.